Catalyst for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Catalyst for the James in July. And the Tarp Skunks are going to need catalyst for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks as he has joined this team late in July. For the Jamestown Tarp Skunks, it'll be Brady McGuire leading off playing second base. Nolan Smith at first will bat second. The reigning PGCBL Player of the Week. For the Jamestown Tarp Skunks, it'll be Brady McGuire leading off playing second base. Nolan Smith at first will bat second. The reigning PGCBL Player of the Week, Ben Slant, 22 strikeouts and an ERA of 3.62 as we head down to the field for the playing of our national anthem. 22 strikeouts and an ERA of 3.62 as we 22 strikeouts and an ERA of 3.62 as we head down to the field for the playing of our national anthem. And on the mound, Christian Pensick comes in with a record of 3-1 with a 3.62 ERA. Pensick also earlier this season threw the first no-hitter in Jamestown Tarp Skunks history. 2 ERA. Pensick also earlier this season threw the first no-hitter in Jamestown. Bounced it about a foot in front of the plate. And the 1-2 pitch. In the dirt low. 2-2. Jackson Inman on deck. In front of the plate. And the 1-2 pitch. On the season. 4 doubles, 18 RBIs, and the first pitch is a breaking ball. Misses up high. 1-0. The big heart of the order for the Tarp Skunks due up here is that one's fouled back just under the Batavia broadcast location. Really 2 through 7 on this team is their power core. There's a ground ball up the middle and a 1-out. Due up here is that one's fouled back. Did a good job fielding it, throwing it over to Castrataro, but by the time he got the ball, Slanker too close to the bag, and so 4-6 on the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Justin Bremner with 2 out and 1 runner on. .320 hit. .320 hitter stands in. The head.
I've definitely
Short hop takes it himself to the bag, 1 away. Short hop takes it himself to the bag. That Brady Marshall has been hit by a pitch, and that gives him the team lead. Dubious distinction indeed. As Weeks stands in, first pitch off the plate for a ball, 1-0. For Weeks coming in, hitting .237 on the season, 22 of 93. 3 doubles, a home run, tied for the team lead in triple, and there is a base hit into left field. Advancing Marshall, and with 1 out, runners at first and second. Costello coming in with a 300 average, 27 of 90 on the season, 3 doubles, 12 RBI. And a runner in scoring position here as there's a high chopper to second. Tough hop by Carreras. Flips to second for 1. Won't get the turn as Costello was already at the bag. And this is kind of freaky as it's the exact same scenario as back in the first inning. Now runners at the corners with 2 outs after the fielder's choice. And that's going to bring up Branston Lindquist. Faulkner native hitting .320 on the season, 8 for 25. First pitch foul. Off the owner's box and lands, almost in the bullseye at the batter's circle over on the Batavia side. Definitely worth 75 points there as that one comes in. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Lindquist hasn't had a lot of opportunities this season, but he has made the most of them. This is an extremely deep catching core with Jacob Haynes, Nate Borchardt, and Branston Lindquist. Is that one outside for a ball? Tarp Skunks chasing the Muckdogs for the division lead here. As the pitch is grounded too short, go the easy way to second to get Costello, and the inning is over. Again, the Skunks threaten, do not score. We go down to the top of the third inning. It's 0-0 at Detrick.
I've definitely got more comfortable like being in front of the camera, and I got to like
top of the third inning. It's
a Schultz steal.
Collaborative Children's Solutions would like to thank EB Builders for their promotional sponsor of the Jamestown, New York Gus Macker and Labor Day Festival. Call Espinal hit that home run here at Detrick Park. There's a ground ball to first. Nice grab by Smith. Will take it to the bag himself. And just like the second inning, ground out to first to start the top of the third. That's going to bring up Jacob Vesco. Espinal's home run cleared over the BECC sign. One of the deepest home runs we have seen here at Detrick Park. As Jacob Vesco, the extra hitter, stands in. .316 average, 12 of 38. Double 8 RBIs on the season. And the first pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Pensick threw 12 pitches in the first inning, 18 in the second. Is that one inside for a ball? 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Travis Hammond on deck, due up next. Tarp Skunks on the road against Geneva tomorrow. And then back here as the Pioneers come into town. Swing and a miss! Fourth strikeout for Pensick as Vesco goes down. And with 2 down, that's going to bring up Travis Hammond. Hammond, .262 on the season, 16 of 61. 5 doubles, 7 RBIs. Starting to see some of the guys for the Muckdogs that haven't gotten a lot of playing time this season. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Batavia wearing their all-black unis here. As the breaking ball catches the outside corner, 0-2. Same uniforms they wore here on opening day, and it's fitting that they're wearing it their last time here at Detrick Park. And as I said on opening day, if you're going to play the role of the villain, you might as well dress like one, as Hammond swings and misses for the 5th strikeout of the game. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. No score here at Detrick.
Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame.
Bridal Showers, the Doubletree by Hilton, is your destination for all events. Let their experienced event team help you put together your special event and take the worry and stress off your shoulders. Now offering specials for company events and parties, so stop in or call today. Due up for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks, back to the top of the order as Brady McGuire, Nolan Smith, and Ben Slanker due up a base hit to lead off the third inning for the Tarp Skunks. Brady McGuire, one pitch, gets aboard, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Nolan Smith. 4th hit for the Tarp Skunks in this game, as Smith, 1 for 1, had a single back in the first. Chandler kicks and throws, and the first pitch is a line drive into right center field. That is a base hit. Smith will hold at first. McGuire goes all the way around to third as the throw is cut off at second. 2 on, nobody out, runners at the corner, and that's going to bring up Ben Slanker. Slanker reached on a fielder's choice back in the first. Still hitting over 500. The PGCBL Player of the Week waits. First pitch, breaking ball, taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. Slank the tank with a 11-game hitting streak. Stands in, Chandler, snap throw over to first. And Smith back. 2 hits here in the inning. Runners at the corner. Nobody out. And another throw over to first. And pretty obvious at this point that the Dogs think that Smith may be on the move here. I don't know if that would be necessarily the right idea to take the bat out of Slanker's hands, as there's a foul ball off to the left and out of play. And it'll be 0-2. Muckdogs in double play depth would gladly trade a run for 2 outs here if they can get the double play. Inman at third, playing on the infield grass, and the pitch is a fastball just missed on the outside. 1-2. Muckdogs anticipating perhaps the safety squeeze, which we have not seen here. And the pitch inside, 2-2. Two and two, nobody out. McGuire off third, Smith off first. Slanker waits, and the pitch in the dirt. And Slanker works the count full, 3-2. Justin Bremner on deck. Slanker asking for time, gets it. As Chandler took a little too long looking in. Wondering if Smith might be going here. Does not. The pitch is a little flare toward short. Gloved by Castrataro, who drops the... Wait a minute. Not sure what happened there. Apparently Castrataro dropped the ball. The umpire in the field said it was dropped intentionally. The batter's out. I don't get that call. But with one out, that's going to bring up Justin Bremner. First pitch is a breaking ball that misses up and away. 1-0. I don't think it was any kind of a infield fly rule, because the infield fly would not apply in this situation. Pitch taken outside, 2-0. And the strike zone seems to be shrinking a little bit on Chandler as well. 2-0, one away here. The pitch. Ground ball to third. Throw to home is going to get McGuire. He is out 5-2. Bremner gets aboard on the fielder's choice. Smith advances to second. And with two out, runners at first and second, and Nate Borchardt standing in. Chandler trying to get out of this inning, and the first pitch is a off-speed pitch missing outside for a ball, 1-0. Tarp Skunks with 5 hits, unable to bring anyone home at this point. Looking to change that here. There's a little flare out into shallow center field, but Hammond underneath it gloves it and puts it away, and the inning is over. No runs on 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the top of the 4th inning. No score at Detrick.
What's life like in Chautauqua County? It's where small-town charm meets world-class culture. What's life like in Chautauqua County? It's where small-town charm meets world-class culture. Lakes, state parks, and vibrant local vineyards, where you can live the high life at a low cost as your dollars go further and your roots grow deeper. Whether you're building a business or up, choose Chautauqua County, where love. Start your next chapter at livechq.org.
Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Skunks fans, celebrate that win or eat your feelings with Honest John's crispy wings, melty pizza, and online ordering that's fast and easy. Visit honestjohns.pizza tonight. Due up for the Batavia Muckdogs, 10-1-2. Cooper Fesh, and then back to the top of the order with Castro and Horton. Pensick starting his fourth inning of work. And the first pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. Pensick, 39 pitches through 9 innings. He's had a very efficient first 3. So that one taken just a little low, 1-1. Fesh coming in 337 average on the season. There's a line drive into right center field. That is a base hit. Cut off by Bremner, holding Fesh to a single. First hit of the ball game for given up by Pensick. And we go back to the top of the order with Tyler Castrotaro. Castrotaro struck out to lead off the ball game. First base runner for the Muckdogs, and the bunt down the first base line is a good one. Castrotaro tagged by Smith. And advancing to second on the sacrifice bunt is Cooper Fesh. So 1 on, 1 out. Runner in scoring position as Braden Horton stands in. Horton popped out to Marshall. Back in the first inning. And the pitch. Breaking ball high. That's 1-0. Sean Mendez on deck. One 0 pitch taken for a strike on the inside corner at the knees, 1-1. These two teams top 2 in the PGCBL Western Division. Tarp Skunks looking to try to take that division crown. Still in it. That one up high, 2-1. Looking to lock up a playoff spot with 2 wins here. Geneva, Niagara, and Newark essentially eliminated. Newark is the last team that's still on the outside looking in, as it's now 3-1 to Horton. The 3-1 pitch coming in. Misses for ball 4. And a 1-out walk puts runners at first and second with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Sean Mendez. Mendez struck out his first time up. These two teams played each other pretty hard. They bring their A-plus game whenever these two teams match up. 0-1 the count. There's a little chopper at the plate foul. 0-2. Auburn has been the one team that's really thrown the balance off of everything with 5 ties on the season. And the way that those ties are tabulated into the win percentage is each tie counts as a half a win. Oh, 2 to Mendez. Runners take their lead, and the pitch is in the dirt. Nice stop by Lindquist. And it goes to 1-2. Auburn with 21 wins, sitting in 4th place, but add 2.5 wins to that, we're really 23.5. There's a ground ball to third. This could be 2. Herman steps on the bag at third, throwing a first, and it gets behind Smith. The runner's going to try for the plate. The throw in is not in time. Horton comes all the way around to score, and it's 1-0. Mendez will get to second. And with 2 out, that'll bring up Jackson Inman. First pitch to Inman, fouled off to the left and out of play. Fly ball, fly ball, fly ball. Out into center field. Bremner makes the catch, and there is 3 outs. So the Muckdogs take the lead. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 left. We go fly ball out. Tree by Hilton at 150 West 4th Street. Go try their new food and drink menu offerings. Nothing pairs better than steak and frites with a smoked cinnamon cocktail. Check out their Music Monday series on the 4th Street patio or karaoke Check out their Music Monday series on the 4th Street patio or karaoke Thursdays. Pearl City Hops, where good times are always on tap, as Blake Herman stands in to lead off. It'll be Herman, Marshall, and Weeks as the Tarp Skunks trail 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Chandler kicks and throws, and we go 2 as there's a high fly ball into left field, but Mendas circles under it. Called off by Hammond, who puts it away. And there's 1 down. Skunks have had their opportunities in all 3 innings to drive in a run, unable to do so. That is a testament to the Batavia Muckdogs starting pitcher, Gavin Chandler. First pitch to Brady Marshall, squares to bunt, and it's a beauty down the first base line. Chandler goes to field, and he can't. And Brady Marshall with a 1-out bunt single. And that was an absolute perfect bunt down the first base line. Right-handed push bunt down the first base line. Chandler caught by surprise, had a shot, but even on the bare hand, I don't know if he would have been able to get Marshall. As Eric Weeks stands in. 1 for 1, singled back in the second. First pitch taken for a strike. 0-1. And the pitch outside for a ball. 2-0. And as Chandler was into his windup, before he actually started making his motion toward the plate, looked over at first base as if trying to catch Marshall. Does it again. There's a base hit into center. Weeks continues to move the line. Second hit of the ball game for the Tarp Skunks left fielder, and that's going to bring up Don Costello. Costello reached on a fielder's choice back in the second inning as an opportunity to even up the ball game. And the first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Skunks have had 7 base hits in this game. Batavia with just 1, but they lead 1-0. There's a foul straight back toward us. 1-1. Branston Lindquist on deck. Chandler, who was already at 46 pitches coming into this inning. That one taken for a strike. Nice off speed on the outside corner. 1-2. Runners take their lead as Chandler looking Marshall back. Marshall at second, Weeks at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch. So again, there's a ground ball toward short. Nice pick on the backhand side to second base. Here comes Marshall to come in to score on the air. Castrataro gloved it, but on the throw into second, threw it into the bag. On the air, Marshall comes around to score. Weeks safe at second. And Dom Costello aboard on the air. So Branston Lindquist now comes up. Tie ball game, 1-1, and runners at first and second, still 1 away here. First pitch inside, backs off Lindquist. 1-0 the count. Aggressive base running and an aggressive call by Frank Chigoda to send Marshall to the plate. There's a line drive down the left field line. That is a base hit. Weeks is going to score. Coming in and holding at third is Costello as Lindquist goes into second with an RBI double, and it's 2-1 Jamestown. With that double, $10 more added to the Boys and Girls Club of Jamestown Fund, now up to 52 extra base hits on the season, $52 or $520 in the pot. As the meeting at the mound takes place, Chandler has been dancing in and out of trouble the entire ball game and finally comes to bite him. 60 pitches so far in this ball game, and he's got the top of the order coming up with Brady McGuire, Nolan Smith, Ben Slanker, only 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Tarp Skunks answering right back. So Dom Costello off third. Lindquist off second. Brady McGuire comes up to the plate. 1 for 2 on the day, infield in. Outfield playing pretty deep, almost in a no doubles configuration, as that one's popped up. Be into shallow right field, coming in and making the catch is Horton, who had to come a long way. The throw into home, went behind the catcher, the throw to get Costello. He dropped the ball. Chandler dropped the ball on the relay. Costello comes in to score, and it's 3-1 Tarp Skunks. So Costello scoring. Lindquist over to third as Nolan Smith stands in. If Chandler hadn't dropped the ball, Costello would have been dead to rights. As that one comes in low, 1-0 to Smith. 2 for 2 on the day. As that one catches the plate. 1-1 the count. Ben Slinker on deck. Skunks with 3 across here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Smith almost pulled the trigger on. But that one hit the zone. And it's 1-2. Lindquist off third. And the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. About 10 feet under me. And I don't have anyone in the booth to protect me here tonight, so I had to jump out of the way. A little premature, perhaps. 1-2. As there's a ground ball to first, picked by Espinal. He will take it to the bag himself, and the side retired. But the Tarp Skunks answer. 3 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the top of the 5th inning. It's 3-1 Tarp Skunks.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating
of the 5th inning for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Hold on to a 3-1 lead. This is the final regular season week of 2025. Tomorrow the Tarp Skunks will be at Geneva to take on the Red Wings, who broke their 12-game losing streak with a tie yesterday. And then Elmira back here on Wednesday. Off on Thursday. The Ironbacks on Friday for Christmas in July, then at Niagara on Saturday, and at Batavia on Sunday. Christian Pensick. First pitch to Bolton is taken for a strike, 0-1. The Ironbacks currently with a 2-0 lead over the Newark Pilots. That one's fouled off. And into the stands, 0-2. Niagara, who swept a doubleheader over Auburn yesterday at their place. George Taylor Field. And looking to finish out their season strong. Swing and a miss. Down goes Bolton. 6th strikeout for Christian Pensick. And that's going to bring up Omar Carreras, the second baseman for Batavia. Grounded out to third, his only time up. And the first pitch taken for a strike, 0-1. Pensick, who came into the top of the 4th inning, having only thrown 39 pitches, through 27 back in the 4th. So looking to get out quickly here is that one up high, 1-1. 60 pitches. We're at the top of the 5th. That one taken for a strike on the inside corner at the knees, 1-2. And Carreras stands in, back against the wall. The 1-2, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Pensick. 7th strikeout, and there are 2 away. Pensick came into the game with 22 strikeouts on the season, now up to 29. As the first pitch to Justin Espinal comes inside, misses for a ball. 1-0 the count. There's a little flare out into right center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Slinker cuts it off, gets it in. Espinal with a 2-out single, and that's going to bring up the extra hitter for the Batavia Muckdogs, Jacob Vesco. Vesco wearing the Aaron Judge homage, the number 99. I don't know if it's Aaron Judge or if it's Ricky Vaughn. I think if you did a poll, who wore 99 better, Judge or Vaughn, I think Ricky Vaughn might have the edge. It's the first pitch to Vesco, swinging a miss for a strike, 0-1. Runner takes his lead off first. And the pitch in the dirt. Nice block by Lindquist. Count goes 1-1. Travis Hammond on deck. 3-1 Tarp Skunks. Top of the fifth inning. All the scoring happening in the fourth. The 1-1. Taken for a called strike. 1-2 the count. Pensick on lockdown. Trying to put Vesco away here. 1-2, 2 out, and the pitch. Swing and a miss! Third strikeout of the inning, 30th strikeout on the season for Christian Pensick. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's still 3-1 Jamestown. Still 3-1 Jamestown. CCS-TV is your home for local student voices, community highlights, and live sports coverage. Watch us on Roku, YouTube, your mobile device, or at CCS-TV.com. And don't miss out on exclusive content. Follow at CCS Television on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook as Ben Slinker pops up the first pitch he sees. Carreras comes over to put it away. One pitch, one away. And that's going to bring up Justin Bremner. It was Slinker, Bremner, Borchardt due up this inning. Bremner 1 for 2, singled, reached on a fielder's choice back in the third inning. Gavin Chandler still in the ball game. And the first pitch comes inside to Bremner. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss, waved at a off-speed pitch well out in front of it. 1-1. Chandler coming into this inning at 65 pitches, comes back again, the same off-speed, and Bremner waved right through it. 1-2. Stands in, fastball. Outside for a ball, 2-2. Not a bad idea. Bremner sitting dead red on a fastball. Chandler going outside the zone, trying to get him to chase. As that fastball just off the plate, 3-2, and now he's going to have to come in and challenge Bremner. Nate Borchardt on deck. Is that one a swing and a miss? Bremner goes down on strikes. Second strikeout for Chandler. And that's going to bring up the extra hitter, Nate Borchardt. Borchardt 0 for 2 on the day. As Chandler's first pitch is a breaking ball. Home plate umpire says he went around. First strike 0-1. That right there, that's what I've been talking about with the home plate umpire on a check swing, where the field umpire is way out of position. That's got to be his call, and that was. As that off-speed pitch misses outside for a ball, 1-1. So we've been talking about Nate Borchardt's walk-up song, and I asked him about it finally. As there's a little flare out behind shortstop, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Castrataro made a play for it, but just over his glove, so a one-out single for Borchardt, or two-out single for Borchardt. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Blake Herman. So the reason Borchardt decided that he wanted to go with that walk-up song is actually not because of the movie Clue, but because of Cars, the movie. Was a big fan of that movie and thought that song was something different that no one else would do, and decided to pull the trigger, and I absolutely respect that. I like the people that will do something that most people wouldn't think of doing. It shows a different level of creativity. 1-1 the count to Blake Herman. There's a line drive into center field. Coming in on it is Hammond. He gloves it, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, one left. We go to the top of the sixth inning. Jamestown 3, Batavia 1.
Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, located at 15 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, located at 15 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. Visitors will see photographs, awards, apparel, and other sports memorabilia. We invite all visitors to stop in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and learn about the sports history of Chautauqua County.
Tonight's coverage comes to you live from the Wegmans broadcast booth for fresh calls. Meet fresh ingredients. Whether you're in the mood for a hot meal, a fresh salad, or a quick snack for the game, Wegmans has you covered, helping you live better, eat better, and cheer harder. That's the Wegmans way. We go to the top of the sixth inning. Travis Hammond, Cooper Fesh, and back to the top of the order. Tyler Castrataro due up for the Batavia Muckdogs. Christian Bensick out for his sixth inning of work. Has been pretty efficient through most of this ball game. 8 strikeouts in the game. And there's a long fly ball out to left field and deep. It's going to one-hop the wall. Weeks has it. Going to throw it in, and a leadoff double for Travis Hammond. And the Muckdogs are in business. For Hammond, his 6th double on the season. Braden Horton leads the team with 10. As Cooper Fesh stands in, Muckdogs catcher, left-handed hitter. First pitch is a foul straight back toward us. And it's 0-1. Straight back toward us. And it's 0-1. Field and Hammond will come around to score. It'll be a single and an error for Cooper Fesh, and it's 3-2. It'll be a single and an error for Cooper Fesh, and it's 3-2, Jamestown. So it will be an RBI for Cooper Fesh, single and an error. Stands in. Nobody out, runner off second. One already in for Batavia. Ball 1-0. There is action. Ball 1-0. There is action in the Tarp Skunks bullpen. Let's see if we can get a number of who's warming up out there. 1-0. Taken for a strike. 1-1. Pensick has had a couple of games where he has gone long into the pitch count. A couple of games in the 80s, I think one in the 90s. Squared a bunt, and they're saying he did not pull the bat back as he crossed the plate, and they're saying that he did not swing at it. All right. New interpretation of the bunt rule, I guess, is it's 2-1. Two and 1 the count. Pensick checks the runner. Fouled off to the right. Out of play, 2-2. Horton on deck. You can hear the Muckdogs dugout chirping. Getting behind Castrataro here. 2-2 the pitch. Chopper foul. And stays alive, 2-2. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning. Pensick doesn't like that. Lindquist goes through his signs, finds something that Pensick likes in the pitch. Curveball that hit the target but somewhere missed the zone. And at this point, I'm beginning to wonder where the strike zone is. Because pitches that have been called a strike are now being called a ball. Pitches that have been called balls are being called strikes. 3-2. Ground ball too short. Marshall looks the runner back, throw on to first, one away. Fesh had to hold. One away, and that's going to bring up Braden Horton, the right fielder. As Frank Jagoda is going to come out to the mound and make the switch. Christian Pensick's day is over, but it was a spectacular day. We're going to take the Schultz Auto call to the bullpen. We'll be back with the new Tarp Skunks pitcher in just a moment.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and
those earns, 4 walks and 16 strikeouts. 4 walks and 16 strikeouts. Profesh at second base gets you the line on Christian Pensick. 5 in the third innings pitch, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts, 1 looking. Faced 21 hitters and threw 81 pitches. So his night is almost over, depending on what happens with Cooper Fesh. You caught up around scores around the rest of the league. Newark at Niagara, 2 apiece, bottom of the 5th inning. Mohawk Valley trailing at Utica, the Blue Sox with a 3-1 lead. That one in the bottom of the 5th inning. Glens Falls Dragons with a 4-1 lead over Aniata. That one top of the 3rd. And over in the bottom of the 3rd, Boonville with a 3-0 lead, or 2-0 lead, the bottom of the 3rd over Saugerties. Niagara Falls Americans are playing an exhibition game against the Buffalo Diesel and winning that one 2-1. Boonville, they're fighting for that 4th spot out there in the Eastern Division. Amsterdam and Saugerties pretty much leading that. 27 wins for Amsterdam, 22 for Saugerties. Mohawk Valley sitting in 3rd. Utica in 4th at 17-16-1. Boonville 17-17-1. So big fight out for that 4th spot over the PGCBL Eastern Division as Will Taylor stands in. 1 on, 1 out here. Left-hander facing Braden Horton, and the first pitch taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. Sean Mendez on deck. As Taylor, the left-hander, checks the runner. Bounces one right in front of the plate. 1-1. Taylor, fastball, curveball, bit of a slide piece. There's a little flare out to center field. Bremner comes in, makes the catch. Fesh had to go back to tag, does not advance. And the speed of Justin Bremner was the reason we were able to put that one away, as he was playing fairly deep into left field. That one was just a little flare off the handle of the bat that Bremner had to go about 150, 200 feet on a dead run just to get there. And 2 out for Sean Mendez. There's a ground ball to second, picked up by McGuire, flip over to first, and the inning or side is retired. The Muckdogs score 1 on 2 hits. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 3-2 Jamestown.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals.
Looking for local stories, student shows, and community sports? You can stream all of our original content anytime on Roku, YouTube, our free mobile apps for iOS and Android, or online at CCS-TV.com. Plus, we're on social media. Follow at CCS Television on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok to stay connected with everything that is happening at CCS-TV. New pitcher for the Batavia Muckdogs is going to be Erwin Branch. Branch comes in his 14th appearance, has no record, 6.19 ERA, 16 innings of work, 9 hits, 14 runs, 11 of those earned. He's walked 19, struck out 11. Hitters only hitting a .161 against him. So now the starters are out of the game as both teams turn to their bullpen. Chandler pitched a excellent game as well. 5 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, struck out 2. Kept the Muckdogs close, which is exactly what they wanted. As Branch will face Marshall, Weeks, and Costello due up here. Marshall was hit by a pitch. Singleton scored back in the 4th as he will lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Tarp Skunks with a 3-2 lead. First pitch is a little chopper foul. Marshall's base hit was actually a push bunt that got him aboard. Weeks followed up with a single, and Marshall scored on Costello reaching on an error, and then a throwing error from Horton out in right field, trying to get him at the plate. Marshall takes a strike. 0-2 the count. Marshall with excellent speed. Middle of the infield playing back. Fouled off to the right. That one is going to make it to Faulkner Street. No one was parked there. That might be a shatter. We will call the Elmira top of the inning, and I'll call the Jamestown bottom of the inning. So that one's fouled off the glove of Fesh. Marshall stays alive. Kind of a unified broadcast, an experiment, so to speak. And it's 1-2. Branch looks in, takes the breath, kicks and throws. That one up high, 2-2. You're going to want to keep your eyes on the Tarp Skunks social media as well as the website, JamestowNTarpSkunks.com, to get all the playoff information. Breaking news as we get it, as there's another foul off. And Marshall making Branch work here. Eric Weeks on deck. Tarp Skunks with a 3-2 lead. Both teams have committed 2 errors in the game. Another foul off. Look out Faulkner Street. Interesting note about these two teams. Both of these teams tied 7th in the PGCBL for errors committed. Coming into the game, I believe the number was 46 or 56. I don't exactly remember. But they were even, and they're even now as there's a flare out in right field. Coming in is Horton. He will put it away for the first out of the inning. Marshall goes down after a long battle. Branch wins that one as Eric Weeks stands in. Tarp Skunks left fielder, 2 for 2 on the day. Scored a run back in the 4th inning. 1 away here. And the pitch from Branch is a weak ground ball up the middle, picked up by Castrotaro. Throw on to first in time to get him. Good play and a good show of the arm by Castrotaro on a very weak ball that fielded about 6 feet behind the bag. Still able to turn it. Now with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Dom Costello. Tarp Skunks do lead Batavia in a number of offensive categories. Batavia, their advantage is on the pitching side. as Costello fouls that one back. 0-1. Reached on a fielder's choice and an error. 0 for 2 on the day. So that one's fouled back toward the Muckdogs announcers, I think just over their head. I'll have to go back and watch their feed a little bit later on tonight, see if they flinched. 0-2. Outside. 1-2. Branston Lindquist on deck. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the Muckdogs get their first 1-2-3 inning of the evening. No runs, no hits, nothing doing. We're going to go to the top of the 7th inning. It's 3-2 Jamestown.
Now at
top of the 7th inning summary is presented by Schultz Auto Group, a proud sponsor of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Visit any of our locations in Jamestown or Warren or online at schultzauto.com. Top of the 7th inning summary. It's pretty simple. It was a pitcher's duel to start the game. Christian Pensick and Gavin Chandler pretty much went toe-to-toe. Pensick getting the better end of the deal, going 5 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned. 8 strikeouts on the afternoon. Chandler, 5 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned. And now it's been turned over to the bullpen. 2 errors for both teams in this ball game as Will Taylor on the mound. He will begin his first full complete inning of work. Came in and replaced Christian Pensick with 1 out in the 6th inning and finished it off on 4 pitches. So first pitch to Jackson Inman. Outside for a ball, 1-0. Inman grounded out to first and flew out to center field back in the 4th inning as he grounds it right back to Taylor, who will take it to the mound, underhand flip, and the first out of the inning. James Bolton now stands in 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts. Pocket Kings for the Muckdog designated hitter. Not the kind of Kings you want, though, is the first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Taylor, tall left-hander, looks in. Fastball catches the zone at the knees, 1-1. One comes in, 2-1. That one just inside. Bolton standing his ground, though. He not backing off. Taylor looks in. 2-1. Taking on the outside corner, 2-2 now. And Bolton having problems solving Taylor. Tomorrow, Batavia will be at Auburn as the 2-2 bounces in the dirt and we go full. Batavia actually has their next 3 out of their next 4 on the road, not including this one. At Auburn, at Niagara Falls, Auburn in Batavia on Thursday. There's a ground ball up the middle, picked up, and under the glove of McGuire. Thought McGuire was going to get there, but it just went under his glove. And a base hit. Similar type contact that Eric Sweek had in the bottom of the 6th inning. So 1 on, 1 out, and Omar Carrera stands in. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So Batavia with Auburn back-to-back days. As Taylor misses in and low with a ball. 1-0. Then they go to Geneva on Friday, back home against Elmira, and then close out the season against Jamestown. This division is anything but sewn up. It's going to be very tight. Batavia has a difficult record, or difficult schedule coming down through the rest of the way. Jamestown, no slouch on their schedule either, as a breaking ball just misses. And it's 2-1. 67 degrees here in the top of the 7th inning. It feels like September and late July. As there's a high pop-up. Shallow left field going back on it, and diving and making the catch is Blake Herman. Wow, what a effort by the Tarp Skunks third baseman to stay with a very tricky pop foul that kept moving away from him. Would not give up on it and gloved it for the second out of the inning. Justin Espinal now, the first baseman, stands in. 1 for 2, 2 down here in the top of the 7th inning. As there's a fly ball to center field, Bremner circles under it, puts it away, and the Muckdogs go away empty here in the top of the 7th inning. Take a break with the 7th inning stretch, courtesy of the Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, where they impact lives, empower futures, and achieve results. Whether you're banking in person or online, SCFCU is proud to serve the Chautauqua County community. Learn more at 665-7000.com, and let's hear it for the Tarp Skunks as we step away for the 7th inning stretch. 3-2, Jamestown with the lead. That's dedication on the stretch there. Use that bar.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact for our members and the community. Our mission is to empower individuals with the skills and resources necessary to achieve financial freedom. As our members and the community achieve their goals, we fulfill ours, creating a brighter future together. Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, your partner in financial well-being.
As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks with a 3-2 lead over the Batavia Muckdogs. It'll be Branson Lindquist, Brady McGuire, and Nolan Smith. 10-1-2 due up here for the Skunks. Facing Branch on his second inning of work. First pitch to Lindquist. Hopper to third. Throw on to first is just, no! Came off the bag. It was in time, but Espinal coming off the bag. Be curious to see how they score that. They're going to score that a base hit for Branston Lindquist. That's his second of the ball game. Had an RBI double back in the 4th, and we go to the top of the order for Brady McGuire, and now we're going to get a conversation between the two umpires. There's no way the home plate umpire can overrule that because he had no clear line of sight to see where the foot was. He was behind the plate. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. That is one of the worst calls that I have ever seen, and Frank Jagoda is going to come out and try to figure it out. There is absolutely no way the home plate umpire is going to be able to make that call and overrule it. Espinal's bat is going to come out and try to figure it out. There is absolutely no way the home plate umpire is going to be able to make it out in the Muckdogs bullpen. McGuire taking a long lead off first. Snap throw. And McGuire is back. Nolan Smith standing in, 2 for 3 on the day. Couple of singles, grounded out to first. Runner goes, pitches foul back. And we'll do it all over again. 0-1 the count. McGuire going back to first. I don't know how they make that call to overturn it first. Snap throw over. McGuire just gets back. Oh and 1. Branches kicks and throws. Runner goes. Pitch taken up high. Throw down to second is going to get into center field. McGuire's going to head to third. Slides in with no throw. A stolen base for McGuire, advancing on the air to third, and with one out. There's a runner at third for the Skunks. 1-1 the count. And for McGuire, that's his 16th stolen base of the season. That fastball misses for a ball, 2-1. Now has a 2 stolen base advantage over Brady Marshall. The 2-1. Inside for a ball, 3-1. Smith doing a good job laying off those pitches. Irwin's Branches, the Tarp Skunks pitcher. Throwing a lot of heat up there. 3-1. That one misses for a ball. And with one out, the walk to Smith puts runners at the corners for Ben Slanker. As we're going to get a visit to the mound here. This could be all for Branches. Although he hasn't thrown a lot yet. Maybe just discussing what they want to do with Nolan Smith at first base. Final regular season ball game this Friday as the Niagara Ironbacks come in for Christmas in July. Fireworks after the game. It is a buyout. No, it is not a buyout. It's Christmas in July. Fireworks after the game, and it is presented by Collaborative Children's Solutions and Culture Care Senior Living. You are not going to want to miss that. This Wednesday, Elmira coming in for their final appearance of 2025. So now the tea party at the mound is over as Ben Slanker stands in. 0 for 3 on the day. Did reach on a fielder's choice back in the first. As a 11-game hitting streak that he's trying to extend to 12. First pitch, taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. Branches comes to the set, runners at the corners. Smith does not go as there's a foul in and out of the glove of Fesh, 0-2. So now Slanker In a bit of a hole here, one out. Runners at the corner. Deep fly ball will score a run. In the 0-2. In the dirt. Makes it 1-2. Justin Bremner on deck. So we're getting into the twilight of this ball game. 3-2, bottom of the 7th inning. No activity in either bullpen. The pitch. Just off the plate, 2-2. McGuire at third, Smith at first. Slinker stands in. 2-2, the pitch. Little chopper toward third, high hopper. McGuire's going to come in to score. Slinker thrown out at first. But a productive out and an RBI for Slinker as he is thrown out 5-3. 2 down. Smith advances to second. And Justin Bremner aboard. Now the Skunks with a 4-2 lead. Base hit by Bremner here will make it 5-2. 2 outs. Smith will be going on contact. Smith takes his lead off second. And the pitch. Well up high and away, 1-0. For Bremner, he's singled. Reached on a fielder's choice and struck out. 1 for 3 on the day. Branches checks Smith. Kicks and throws. That one's foul down the first base line. Giving chase is Espinal, but it bounces out of play in the Muckdog bullpen. Good effort by Espinal. But all for naught as it stays 1-1. Edwin's Branches, Muckdog's pitcher, kicks and throws. Breaking ball just missed. And again, that strike zone moving around a little bit. Bit inconsistent tonight. Two and 1. 2 out. Bottom of the 7th, 1 runner already across. Bremner takes that one outside and low, 3-1. Nate Borchardt on deck if the inning keeps going. Branches going to have to come in with something if he doesn't want to put Bremner on. There's an open base at first. So there's a foul off. Out of play, 3-2 now. Four runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Tarp Skunks. 2 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Muckdogs. There's a weak chopper to third, picked up by Inman. Thrown to first, and it gets behind and away from Espinal. Coming in to score is Smith. Bremner will get to second. That should be a hit and an error. But the run coming in to score makes it a 5-3 ball game. No, they're just going to call it a 2-base error. No RBI for Bremner. And that is going to do it for Edwin Branches. His night comes to a screeching halt as We take the Schultz Auto call to the bullpen. We'll be back with a new pitcher in just a moment. 5-2 Jamestown. 2 Jamestown with the lead.
Welcome to the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, located at 15 West 3rd Street in Jamestown. Visitors will see photographs, awards, apparel, and other sports memorabilia. We invite all visitors to stop in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame and learn about the sports history of Chautauqua County.
For the Batavia Muckdogs is going to be Jake Zliss. Zliss comes in with no record, his 9th appearance, 2.84 ERA in 12 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 9 hits, 4 runs, all earned, walked 5, struck out 16, and inherits a bit of a jam now. 2 out. Tarp Skunks with 2 across here in the bottom of the frame. Irwin's Branch, his night's 1 2/3 innings pitched, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. And he did it on 38 pitches. As Nate Borchardt stands in, first pitch he takes is a strike. 0-1. Left-hander stands in. And the pitch. Missing off the plates. 1-1. For Borchardt, 1 for 3 on the day. Had a base hit back in the 5th. And Zliss comes in low. 2-1. Bremner takes his lead. Skunks looking to close out this game with Batavia. As that one, right in the same spot that was just called the ball, that one taken for a strike. 2-2. Two out. Runner at second. Borchardt waits in the pitch. It's a breaking ball that bounces in the dirt. Good job by Fesh to keep with it. And the count goes full, 3-2. Three and two. Count full. The pitch. There's a base hit up the middle. Bremner's going to hit the bag at third and come to the plate. Throw is cut off. Borchardt with an RBI single to make it 6-2 Tarp Skunks. Borchardt, one of the most dangerous hitters on this team with 2 strikes, proves it again. As that is going to bring up Blake Herman. Three across, and this lead's been padded a little bit. Of course, against the Muckdogs, you want all the insurance you can get. They have a nasty habit of coming back and sticking around games that they look like they were about to drop. We've seen that against Jamestown. We've seen that against Geneva. We've seen it against Newark. We've seen it against pretty much everybody they've played this season. There's a little pop-up to first. Espinal gloves it, and the inning is over, but the Skunks put 3 across on one hit. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It is 6-2 Jamestown.
What's life like in Chautauqua County? It's where small-town charm meets world-class culture, where your downtime gets an upgrade across miles of lakes, state parks, and vibrant local vineyards, where you can live the high life at a low cost as your dollars go further and your roots grow deeper. Whether you're building a business or advancing your career, settling down or settling up, choose Chautauqua County, where every step you take is toward the life you love. Start your next chapter at livechq.org.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
Tarp Skunks fans, this is the final week of the 2025 regular season. Come celebrate your 5th anniversary Jamestown Tarp Skunks and help cheer them on as they make the race for first place. Tomorrow, Tarp Skunks will be at the Geneva Red Wings, and then back here on Wednesday for the Elmira Pioneers, 6:30 for the first pitch on that one. Skunks are off on Thursday, and then they kick off their final 3-game series of the season. Niagara Ironbacks coming into town. Skunks are off on Thursday, and then they kick off their final 3-game series of the season. Niagara Ironbacks coming into town on Friday, Christmas in July, presented by Collaborative Children's Solutions, and that have struck out twice today. The other being James Bolton. So the designated hitter and the extra hitter today. 0 contribution. Swinging, there's a line drive back to Taylor. Excuse me, look what I found. And Taylor acts like, no big deal, I've done this before. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Travis Hammond. Taylor sold that as an absolute professional, as there's a fastball just off the plate, 0-1. For Hammond, he's struck out. He's also doubled and scored back in the 6th inning, the Muckdogs' second run of the game. Swing and a miss, 1-1. And now the Skunks with a little bit of breathing room still do not want to let the pressure off of the Muckdogs. That one just outside, about popping out of the glove of Lindquist. 2-1. This has definitely been a great season for the Tarp Skunks, especially after last year's 19-25 record. As Hammond swings and misses, 2-2 the count. Coming into this one, 24-13. It's a huge difference. Frank Gigotta has been absolutely perfect in his team building this year. As Hammond goes down, swinging on strikes, 2 down. Here in the top of the 8th inning as Cooper Fesh comes to the plate. 2 for 2 with an RBI on the day. 2 singles, but Jagoda not only putting the team together, building the roster, but the way he's managed it, not only his late arrivals and his everyday players, but the guys that haven't gotten a lot of opportunities getting their opportunities. Is that one missing 101? His handling of the pitching staff has been absolutely masterful. And, really with the exception of just a few fluke plays early on in the season, Skunks could easily be a 27-28 win team by this point. Couple of the games they've lost to Batavia that same way. Two and one to Fesh. The pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 2-2 now. Two and two. 2 outs. Called! Strike 3. Fetch goes down looking, and the side's retired. 1, 2, 3, go the Muckdogs. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Skunks with a 6-2 lead.
What's life like in Chautauqua County? It's where small-town charm meets world-class culture, where your downtime gets an upgrade across miles of lakes, state parks, and vibrant local vineyards, where you can live the high life at a low cost as your dollars go further and your roots grow deeper. Whether you're building a business or advancing your career, settling down or settling up, choose Chautauqua County, where every step you take is toward the life you love. Start your next chapter at livechq.org.
Our generation has a choice. Turn away from the world's problems or chase them down. We refuse to sit back and watch them pass us by. Watch us fly ahead. Rise to every challenge and overcome anything. Watch us become the next greatest generation.
As today's game brought to you by Wegmans. It's coming from the Wegmans broadcast booth where community comes first. Wegmans is committed to serving you and supporting the teams and communities we love. From the baseline to the produce aisle, Wegmans is rooted in relationships, quality, and care. As Jake Sliz steps to the mound for the 8th inning, it'll be Brady Marshall, Eric Weeks, and Dom Costello due up. 6-2, Jamestown with the lead. Christian Pensick started this game when 5 1/3 innings, gave up 1 run, struck out 8. He is in line for the win. If Will Taylor comes out for the 9th, he will be in line for the save. It's the first pitch to Marshall, taken for a strike. 0-1. Even though it is a 4-run lead, a pitcher that comes in and throws 3 innings at the end of the game in a winning effort gets the save. Curveball misses up, 1-1. Marshall hit by a pitch earlier in this game, setting the team lead in hit by pitch. Singled and scored, flew out to right field, and falls behind 1-2. Line drive into right field. That is a base hit. Leadoff single for Brady Marshall. We'll bring up the Skunks left fielder, Eric Weeks. And for Weeks, he's gone 2 for 3 on the day, scored a run. Tarp Skunks in this game only had one inning that they went down 1-2-3. One inning. Is that one taken for a strike, 0-1, that they only sent 4 to the plate. Every other inning they've sent 4, 5, 6. Batavia tonight has been shut down 1, 2, 3, 4 times tonight. Runner goes, swing and a miss, throw down to second is in time. They got him. And they're calling Eric Weeks out, too, due to batter interference. Yeah, they're calling Eric Weeks out due to batter interference. So, well, that's a choice. And now time called, and we're going to get... They're trying to say that there's 3. He's trying to say there's 3 outs. Only 2 batters have come to the plate. How could there be 3 outs? Oh, they're calling it strike 3? Wait, hold on. I got to hear this. I mean, I don't know what the confusion is. I guess we'll call it strike 3. I only had 0-1. Oh, they're going to bring Weeks back up. They're going to bring Weeks back up. I think they're trying to figure out what the count. I don't know. Now they're saying there's 2 outs. Wait a minute. This half inning makes absolutely no sense. There's strike 3. Now there's 2 outs. Okay. You know, John Boy Media would probably have a field day with what has happened in this game. From the overturned out call or overturned safe call at first to whatever that was. Dom Costello stands in now, takes the first pitch he sees for a ball, 1-0. I mean, that one misses 2-0. It's a rare occurrence that I am speechless. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. 2-0 in the dirt, 2-1. So I guess what happened was it was called strike 2, but I guess Weeks went back to the dugout because I thought batter interference or something, as that one's taken for a strike. 2-2. And the first base umpire came down and said, nope, that was only strike 2. So they did not call batter interference. That one called for a strike. Three and two, I guess. I'm confused. I'm still trying to figure this out. That one taken for a ball. And a 2-out walk, and that's going to bring up Branston Lindquist. So Lindquist comes up, and we're going to get a pinch runner. And a new Tarp Skunks player taking the spot at first. I missed the memo. Harley Hogue, out of Salamanca? Salamanca. I'll get it right. As he is the pinch runner at first. Lindquist takes outside 2-0. Lindquist stands in, 2-0 count, 2-0. The pitch, and that hits him in the ankle. Hartley Hogue advancing to second. Lindquist on first after being hit by a pitch. We go back to the top of the order for Brady McGuire. And yet another inning where the Skunks send 5 or more to the dish. You know, the one thing the Skunks have done tonight is worn out 3 arms. As that one outside corner for a strike. Oh and 1 in an emotionally charged ball game. The pitch, breaking ball missing out, 1-1. McGuire's been hit by a pitch, struck out, flew out to left field, and has a base hit. So 1 for 4 on the day, 5th at bat for McGuire. Sliz stands in, checks the runner at second, and the pitch. Fouled. Ooh, line shot foul. And it's 1-2. McGuire waiting. Runners take their lead. 1-2 the count. Called strike 3. And the inning is over. A controversial bottom of the 8th inning comes to an end. No runs. 2 runners left. We go to the top of the 9th inning. Jamestown with a 6-2 lead. Jamestown with a 6-2 lead.
Schedule your digital consultation online today to discover why we say you can't beat a Schultz Steel.
Looking for a post-game spot the whole crew will love? Honest John's has something for everyone. Subs, wings, and our famous pizza buffet. Find us online at honestjohns.pizza. As the majority of the crowd here tonight staying for the top of the 9th inning. Jamestown with a 6-2 lead as we go to the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Castrotaro, Horton, and Mendez. 1, 2, 3, top of the order, due up for the Muckdogs. Facing Will Taylor, who's already gone 2 2/3 innings. First pitch is outside for a ball, 1-0. Christian Pensick started this game going 5 1/3 innings. Taylor finds the zone, 1-1. In 81 pitches for Pensick, 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. As a bunt sharply hit to third, Herman has it, throw! Not in time. Good job by Smith to keep it in front of him. And an infield single to start off the top of the 9th inning. That's going to bring up the Muckdogs right fielder, Braden Horton. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And the first pitch bounces in the dirt, 1-0. There is some action in the Tarp Skunks bullpen just in case. And we know these Muckdogs have an uncanny survival instinct. Is there a base hit underneath the glove of Nolan Smith? Picked up by Slanker, going all the way to third is Castrataro. And the first two Muckdogs are aboard with nobody out, and that's going to bring up Sean Mendez. Muckdogs are a team you can't sleep on. There's a reason that they're sitting at the top of the PGCBL West right now. It's because what they do in the ninth inning. First pitch to Mendez, taken for a ball, 1-0. And someone woke up the Muckdogs dugout. Foul. Off to the right and out of play. It was 1-1. Mendez has struck out, reached on an error, and grounded to second. 0 for 3. So that one's up high. 2-1. Castrataro off third. Horton off first. And the pitch. Ooh, breaking ball slipped out of his hands, and luckily for Lindquist, he was able to get out of his crouch and snag that one before it went to the backstop. Saved a run, 3-1 though. Taylor kicks and throws, swing and a miss. 3-2. And the pressure's on. 3-2, nobody out, top of the ninth inning. Horton takes his lead off first. The kick and throw. Called strike 3. Mendez didn't like it, but he got caught looking. One away, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Jackson Inman. I don't normally get excited calling a strike 3, but today's game definitely different. As first pitch to Taylor, missing outside for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1. The Ironbacks beating the Pilots 8-3, top of the eighth inning. That could be the end of the Pilots season, as that one fouled back, 1-2. Tarp Skunks trying to tag the Muckdogs with their 11th loss of the season. 1-2, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Taylor, back-to-back strikeouts. And there are 2 down for the designated hitter, James Bolton. And Frank Jagoda is going to come out. And he's going to take the ball from Will Taylor. Taylor with a tremendous job. And we'll take the Schultz Auto call to the bullpen as Jason Brown comes on in. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals and strive to make a positive impact. At Southern Chautauqua Federal Credit Union, we believe in supporting our community and helping you achieve your financial goals.
Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Brown making his 9th appearance. 1-1 on the season with 2 saves, 15 and a third innings pitched, 14 hits, 9 runs, 6 of those earned, 10 walks, 10 strikeouts. As Will Taylor pitched a tremendous effort. 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 4 strikeouts, and walked nobody. So the Skunks looking to close it out here. And Brown will face Bolton. James Bolton, who on the day has struck out twice and singled. No longer a save situation unless Castrataro from third scores. So Brown just out there to get 1 out and close this one down. Castrataro at third, Horton at first. They led off the inning with singles. Taylor getting Mindas and Inman on back-to-back strikeouts. Mindas looking. Jason, first pitch, grounded to second. Easy play to Marshall covering the bag. And the Tarp Skunks have beaten the Batavia Muckdogs by a final score of 6-2. The win goes to Christian Pensick. He is now 4-1. The loss goes to Gavin Chandler. He falls to 3-1. With the win, the Tarp Skunks improve their record to 25-13 on the season. The Muckdogs drop to 20.